Lamby's travelled quite the distance to be over here. Lowell, of course, you know very well. There was no joke there. There was no joke there. It was a terrible pun attempt. Funny story if you guys really want to laugh. A lot of the players are sort of have an Airbnb together. This morning we had to send out a search party because Fresh Lobster got left in the Airbnb alone, like Home Alone style, and then got trapped in a porch that he couldn't get out of. So we had to go and send a rescue squad to recover him. He's safe, but I guess as lobsters are wont to do, getting caught in little traps. You know what I might do? Okay, don't tell Kawa I did this because this probably breaks stuff, but I'm going to move the camera so you guys can have a bit of a better view. Watch this. Uh-oh. I'm definitely going to break something. Oh, there we go. Look, there you go, guys. See, now you can hear me, but you can see everyone else. That's Den. Yeah, who is it? Yeah, it's Den and then Lobster in the green T-shirt. You're getting the back views of everyone. Again, don't tell Kawa I did this. This is all his expensive equipment, and I'm just pissing around with it. I don't even know if he wanted me to swear, but there we go. He'll never know he's not here. Shh. Yeah, oh, there's Lamby walking up the deck. This is new commentary. I'm just commentating everyone walking around. It's great. Everyone's been loving on stream that whoever we're watching, there's just... Is that Harry over their shoulder watching the match? Yeah, it's just Harry there like, what's going on?
Yeah,
so
I'm watching everyone.
Everyone's been loving seeing you knocking around in the background.
Yeah. I have a thing where I can't stand still if I'm not sitting on a chair. So I'm just walking around, and whenever there's a game, I don't even know I'm on camera. I just sit behind and watch.
Okay, so here we go. Harry in a bit of a dangerous spot, actually. This could be over before it begins. If Harry accepts... Oh, it was Harry's snap. So Harry's turned one snap. They're just playing for 4. So Harry taking the approach and the opposite of what we just saw.
Space Throne is after popping.
Look at Volwi. So Harry taking the other approach of, I don't want to get taken down to 2 health. So I'm going to snap because I've decided to win this match, I need to win this round. So I'm going to do it. So they're going to play for 4 now, minimum. Obviously, Volwi gets the bad news that Misty Knight is simply lost with the Space Throne. So we'll have to see how this one goes. I believe this is this like just... the high... Is this high Evo or is it Patriot?
It's literally... No, it's... oh, do you mean...
Volwi?
No, Volvi's pure Patriot.
It's Patriot, right? Yeah, okay. I know there isn't the glow, but I was like, wait, does the glow always show? I can't remember now. But yeah, it's just going to be Patriot. Harry just locking in the Thor, which he can easily do because not only does he have a roll from the Wasp, but he has the Mighty Thor to guarantee the hammer. Even if there's some weird... outcome shenanigans to buff Misty Knight, it's not going to buff it more than Thor can buff it with the hammer. Still has the Hulk, and I think Harry is no doubt feeling pretty fantastic about that turn 1 snap.
Let me tell you, by the way, Volwi is known to have some of the best reactions.
Oh, really?
To snuff,
okay.
Get ready, it's gonna be lovely. It's actually so unfortunate as well that did pop a Space Throne because he could have done like debris and put a rock there or something like that. So there you go.
Oh my! Oh, okay, yep. For a second, I was like, does Magneto pull Misty? Of course not. Misty's a 1-drop. What am I on about?
Now, this is something I do appreciate. Volvi's just casually playing the guitar there.
Yeah, a bit of air guitar.
Yeah, we have Shang-Chi in the Patriot list, which we talked about a little bit earlier, and I think it's a great inclusion because typically, from the lists that I look at, I don't imagine I'm like, oh, they're going to play Shang-Chi. They're just going to buff their cards. They're just going to win with pure power output. But with the Shang in there, look, he's loving life. He's absolutely loving life right now.
I'll tell you something though. I think obviously I'm making assumptions. I could be wrong. Volwi does exactly what I do, or what I used to do when I competed.
Yeah.
I put a good song and I like.
Yeah, and then
it goes on repeat and it gets turned up.
Oh, let's
and then
go.
That's all I want to hear is just that song jamming, and then I just go play the game. You know what I mean? And I think I guess that's what Volvi's doing. He's just jamming out to a great song, and honestly, it works. It just gets your mind in the right place.
Everyone's shot saying "Battle of the Beards."
Oh,
that's what it is.
Yeah, there we go.
I think Harry can come back in there. The thing, wait. We only went all the way to buff cards. I was gonna say, if it wasn't Misty Knight. Actually, no, never mind. The Thor's going to get buffed by the Mjolnir here. He can only Shang 1 lane. I'm pretty sure it's a...
Yeah, it's why I said, like, there's buffs for Misty that can happen, but not more than the hammer. Something weird would have to happen for it to be bigger than Thor with Mjolnir. And again, because Harry knew he had a Mighty Thor in hand, he was like, yeah, all I have to do is play Mighty Thor, and then I'm good to go. So the Shang-Chi comes out, but it isn't going to make a difference as far as I can tell, as there's plenty of power all around. Huge win for Harry, because now Harry actually takes that, is it 1 health ahead here?
I think it's 4 to 3.
Yeah. So
it is correct, yes.
Yeah, looking really good there. And this is why, and how Harry does well, right? Turn 1, he's down to 4 health. He doesn't want to go down to 2. Snap. I either lose, and that's just, that's it. I've lost, I've done. Or this happens. It's like suddenly Harry's back in the game, and he's looking like he could turn this into a win.
I think this even shows though, that this Patriot list, because this is why I think we're seeing the few Patriots. I think it might only be 3. Snap comes straight out from Harry, which, I mean, it's kind of like this. He does have the Lockjaw. He can, I mean, Lockjaw Jubilee alone I actually think is pretty good, but it's also the thing of, well, I can just make you think I have Lockjaw Wasp, or even just put a bit of pressure on your opponent. He's after taking 4 cubes, just piling on the pressure at the moment.
And
I
also,
think it's super good.
Yeah, I think just someone will tell me that I'm wrong, but I think just mathematically it's correct to snap because no matter what, you force your opponent into a 1-game win. But there's ego.
Oh my god!
Go. Well, let's go.
It was bound to happen. It was bound to happen.
This is why we play Snap competitively, okay? Ego. That's why, and it's what I love to see.
Clip it, Shaq. Clip it. Ego in a tournament. You love to see it.
And what's also close to likely going to be the last round here, Harry's got 1 health to spare. If WOLWI loses this, it's done, and that's that round over and the game over for them. No target there for the Mystique, just saying hello.
The thing here is, like for Harry, if he loses this, then he loses that advantage because Ego just popped, and then he has to win 2 games.
It's really tricky. Let's see. Oh, Blue Marvel coming out. That could have been. That could have been a lot worse there for WOLWI, but then you have Mighty Thor. But the problem is, Ego does not care at all about Mojo World.
Don't play. No! Oh my god.
Okay, and where's... Oh, Ultron! Wait. Has WOLWI bribed Ego? Because this was just Blue Marvel Ultron.
Look at Harry's face. Look at Harry's face.
He can't believe it. Harry will never recover from this.
There's no shot.
There was Hulk. There was Jubilee. There was Doom.
There was so many cards.
Chavez.
Oh my god.
And unfortunately, there was the doggo.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this headset I'm wearing blocks out a lot of sound, and I could still hear WOLWI shout from the other side of this room.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
And Harry can't even snap now.
Now Harry has to win
hand.
2. Now Harry has to win 2.
And it's at this situation, though, like I said, we said it when Lowell was on the 2. He can't snap. He feels confident, but he can't even show that. You know what I mean?
Just got to play it out, and we are going to see Sanctum Sanctorum in the mid. So, again, options for both players, right? Ultron versus Doom, that sort of thing we discussed in the previous matchup that we had on stream. So I have to see how this one plays out. Still, Westview, of course, could be literally anything. Oh. Okay.
I mean, that's just going to become a 0 if Patriot comes out, but...
It is, but it's a slot, right?
It is
that's
slot.
The thing, and that's what I'm oohing about a little bit, because even though it's not horrendous, Harry can, like, space for space, Harry puts out more singular power, right, on average. We are going to see the Hulk drop down now. Danger Room. Oh, here, we just had Ego Kawa. Is Danger Room going to come to play?
Of course it will, of course it will. Do you know what the thing is, though, here is... actually, I know this interaction. I'm pretty sure if you play something into Lockjaw and it dies, it will still pull something. So that's good.
It should do.
But the fact that Sanctum's after popping here is probably really bad for Harry. He has no real way to get power in there besides Doom. And WOLWI just has an Ultron in his hand.
Oh, yeah, but this is looking great, though.
Oh, you think it's good here?
Yeah, because look, so the Super Skrull's taking Hulk, but Harry just has, like, Magneto, Odin, Magneto, Thor, because... if I was Harry, I would assume they're not beating 20 power.
But he has a Shang-Chi.
Oh, he's got the Shang-Chi, hasn't he? So
but it's like...
Oh, so... Okay, well...
But it's when does he play the Shang? Does he play on turn 5 before the Ultron comes out? You're trying to figure out exactly... Like, so... Wait, it is turn 5. It is right now, okay.
Okay.
So
Harry... All Harry has to do is just work out exactly how to have enough power that he won't lose to the Super Skrull growing with the Hulk power. That's because he can Jubilee the Lockjaw next turn, and I would feel pretty confident about that. The only weird thing is he will, like, weirdly want to low roll because he's losing priority. Sorry, he's got priority.
Oh.
He would have loved to lose priority here. But it's just going to be Jubilee into Doom, right? Yeah.
Wait, is it guaranteed?
I don't think it's guaranteed, but that's what Harry wants to be guaranteed.
Yeah.
Just basically Jubilee into things that aren't big.
And if it is that, then is that even going to be enough? Yeah, if it's Doom, it's going to be enough because it'll be 4 on that side. No, yeah, if it's Doom, it's enough. The Ultron, I mean, it's just there's no other way he wins it without pulling Doom, I think.
But it's so tricky.
Yeah.
Because does Volvi have to play Shang?
This is what I'm saying, but even if he plays Shang and Doom comes out, he still wins, right? So it's like Volvi can play Ultron or he can play Shang, but no matter what he plays, Harry has to do this and he has to get the Doom. No matter which way it goes, I don't know which one is better.
Yeah, but what's tricky is if he plays Shang and Harry just dumps like an Odin or something on the right, is there a world where Harry wins on the difference? Because there's going to be nothing mid.
That's why I think this is better odds, though.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know how many cards are in Harry's hand. Actually, we can probably calculate this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 and 3.
Yeah.
2 and 3. 66% chance.
The usual,
66% chance.
Yeah. That's not Doom.
It's going to be Wasp or Doom. Oh, no, it's...
Oh, he shuffled.
No.
So it's still a 1 in 3.
Oh!
He gets Doom. But it was Ultron.
And he's done it. He's done
That's
it.
enough. Okay, we're going to the last round.
Insane.
You've got to play to your outs. You've got to play to your outs. Really, really good one. And that's why it's so tricky, right? Because Volvi had options. I think I could still hear Volvi shouting.
He's still screaming.
Volvi had options, but it's difficult to decide. And I think, unfortunately, sometimes in Snap, you have to just say, I'm picking this.
Yeah.
And hopefully it wins. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But you can't play around every single card that exists in your opponent's deck, right? So we'll see how this one goes going forward. Last round now, round 10. I think the longest matchup we've had so far, at least on stream.
Yes, correct.
Round 10, kicking it off here. Misty Knight, nice and early, along with the shocker there. For
not the worst. I mean, listen, Harry doesn't have the lockjaw pop-off turn, but he just has the standard...
Rickety. Rickety, okay. That's huge because basically all of Volvi's plays just get deleted now.
Yeah, exactly.
So Thor, nice.
Thor's
always...
We'd love to see a Jubilee pickup or even a lockjaw pickup here for sure.
And
what does he get?
Volvi has a slight issue now where, there's the Mr. Sinister, which is fine, but there's no Patriot yet. So Super Skrull's going to come down instead. And then there's Blue Marvel, question mark. There is the Wasp, there is the Shang-Chi, but again, getting that down is going to be pretty important here. Lockjaw going to come out with the Wasp. What's going to get kicked out right now? Let's have a look who the winner is. Chavez, very shangable.
It's a shangable target.
But again, what's important here is because neither player are really doing wave stuff. Harry can wait till the last turn if he wants to, recommit a Wasp or a Hammer. Oh, there you go.
Yep.
So he can actually wait and try and hammer after he gets shanged, right, to try and cover that weakness.
So here we see the Jane will pull the Mjolnir and the Wasp.
Yeah, it's a shame, just for my enjoyment, that Patriot's not on board, because Harry also has the funny turn 6 play of just Magneto into bridge. And you could just pull the Super Skrull and the Patriot.
Yep.
They're dead. Then are you really losing that one? We'll see.
Is he not going to roll? He can still play the Mjolnir on the left here. But how much is Ultron? Ultron, if it goes mid, it's going to be a total of actually 9, so 16.
I think the Mjolnir goes right, doesn't it?
Well, no, then it definitely dies in the Doom. I think you have to play on a lane.
Oh, wait, he's playing Doom. Oh, sorry, I didn't even see him drop Doom there. I thought he was going to look at Hulk or
Doom
something.
is a better play here, in my opinion.
Really?
Yep.
Why wouldn't you just go Mjolnir right, Hulk left, and Wasp mid?
Because right could die, and then I think he's trying to
right
decide
dies,
on
but then don't you just tie break the Hulk?
But what if he shangs the Hulk instead of shanging the Chavez?
Then aren't you winning mid? Because then remember, something else is coming out of Lockjaw, and Thor will be buffed. Isn't that just giga power everywhere?
Well, he's after locking in his turn. I can see it on the other side, guys. Shang-Chi has come down mid.
Yeah, look. Oh, Harry! I am so sure it's supposed to be Hulk left and Hammer right. He didn't even play Hammer.
Oh, it actually might be enough. Yeah, it might not be enough.
Is he dodging? No. Is he going to win this dodge if he just doesn't play?
He still wins difference. Straight up.
Yep.
That's it. Let's go.
Yeah,
Congrats to
really
both
big
players.
win there.
Really
yeah.
good.
Sick matchup there. Harry takes the victory. But
I'll grab them. I'll grab them for a thing.
So close there from the players. Really good matchup. There's a lot of different ways to go about that. I think I would have liked to have seen the Hulk on the left. I thought that was guaranteed. But either way, we see Patriot put the fear into players once again.
I want to say props to Second Dinner because this mode is very well done. I can't wait to see what they're going to do with draft, with so many things that they can do. I don't know if they're going to do them, but if
Like
they
the recovery. I am not confirming draft.
I don't because I don't know. If I knew, I would have leaked.
You heard it here first. Harry wants to be a leaker, but no one will tell him anything, so there's nothing to leak. Yet. There you go, see. Yeah,
so Nina, I made it just in time for the party.
Yeah,
for
just in time
party.
for not bothered about Snap. Just turn up for the show afterwards.
Hey, I was watching the whole time on the train.
Yeah, we had your commentary about needing to pee. Did you find a bathroom?
I did.
Okay, well there you go, sorted.
Yeah.
How was your day, Eggs?
Awful.
Great.
Great to hear. This is
really
the feedback we want to
uplifting
hear.
interview. This is an
No,
uplifting
I have had a
interview.
great time. Everybody is super amazing. I'm just happy to be here in general. I sat in the hottest spot available in the room. And I didn't have a great track record, but I tried not to play the meta and still kind of didn't get there. So
It's definitely tough. It's definitely tough. But listen,
Are you going to be back tomorrow to cast?
Oh, I told her.
get on the
I
cast
told
for
her
that?
she's
There you
casting.
go.
I was
I've
like,
been
no,
told
she
I'm
will.
casting,
Yeah, she
so-
is casting.
you'll get all of me, chat.
Yes.
I'm
Yep.
here for you.
That's it. Twitch chat's going to have a ball tomorrow.
I know.
'cause they're sick of
Everyone-
watching us.
I know.
We're going to be gone.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I wanted these. There's a conspiracy theory, by the way. Yeah, so we had the most air over here because the whole venue. By the way, yeah, the entire row top
This
eighted.
whole row,
yeah,
yeah,
the
yeah,
entire
yeah.
row top eighted. Yeah,
all five of us got the fan.
yeah.
The fan is overpowered.
DMONEY wasn't kidding. It's actually like 105 degrees back there. It's crazy.
And in case you didn't see,
Oh, here it is.
look, grand reveal. This is the trophy they're playing for. Let me stick that on there.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Perfect.
Well, actually, we'll lift it up here and just show
a
chat.
cosmic cube of victory.
Let me give a huge shout out to hopefully that focuses.
To hide our faces.
It probably won't. Oh. We'll get a good shot afterwards. But yeah, essentially, guys, this trophy was made by Chalker. He made our last trophy, which is basically for the New York event, was the Statue of Liberty holding the cosmic cube instead of the torch, which I thought was super cool. So whoever picks this up, we'll give this to the champion. And then also, we have some super cool prizes, courtesy of a very popular Marvel Snap artist. You can show them off there if you want. I'll pull this to the side.
Yeah, so we have hand-signed, I guess, yeah, that makes sense. Hand-signed prints from Rihanna Gonzalez, as you know. So the Squirrel Girl, as you can see, these are signed. I don't know if the camera's picking up at the bottom.
Yep.
Yeah, you can see. Yeah. The bottom. We have Squirrel Girl. Oh, there we go. We have Goose, as you can see. They're different sizes as well, so I'm just trying to make sure I grab them. We have everyone's favorite shark.
Got Jeff. What's up, my friend?
And then we have
Rogue.
Rogue. I would say, honestly, the Rogue and I think the Gambit were I feel like the original Rihanna Gonzalez arts in the game. Obviously, because they weren't for new cards or anything, but we have signed Rogue. So yeah, those are going to go to the top 3 plus a special award as well later on.
We're gonna turn it just to show Harry eating. Guys, you want to see Harry?
Everyone wants to see Harry. They wanted to see you, Harry. Chat just likes looking at you, I think.
Show food. See, this is the thing. I did this. I don't know if you saw my subathon clip. It's like when you know the Tyler one when you show the food and it slides off the plate.
Yeah.
Everyone's asking us to show food, so we lift up that donut box and it just goes
The
everywhere.
only safe way to do that is you tilt the thing on the camera.
Yeah.
That tilt,
Oh,
360
of course, yeah,
motion.
yeah.
Well, 360 slides.
360, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Big shout out to Kat and Kim. I'm not sure if they're here right now.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But they saved me yesterday from the locked door dilemma.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. Thank you, Kat and Kim.
We've mentioned this on stream, but when we say Lobster got trapped between
was
two
actually
doors,
trapped,
he literally was trapped, and we had to send a rescue party.
Yeah. It was just like 1 square meter in between 2 entry doors. I was like, it was so absurd. I couldn't believe it happened.
It looks like Den queued High Evo and Lamby queued Bounce.
Lamby.
Yeah. So we're gonna watch High Evo versus Bounce. It's obviously Lockjaw. It's a bit spicy. It has a Tok in it, which I think it's there so that he can empty the Bounce's hand. It's actually a very interesting tech option that Den chose to bring.
Yeah. when I first saw Den's deck, I was very skeptical of the Doc Ock, but with the amount of bounce decks that we have that were brought, it sort of makes sense because you can really screw your opponent very well.
It is. It's a very interesting tech, and it's something that I actually never thought of before. And it seems like it's doing very well because
Yeah.
he's been crushing it this tournament. I think he hasn't lost a single game.
Yeah. Yeah, he hasn't. He's gone fully undefeated. So let's see. Spider-Ham just hit the Hulk.
Yes, it doesn't grow now, right? I think there was a bug at some point where the pig used to grow. Yeah, it stays. But interestingly, I don't know if they fixed it with the OTA, but before the patch, if you were able to copy the pigged Hulk, then the copy would get more power. It would get the ongoing ability. Actually, the second copy would still be Hulk with a pig skin.
Yeah. Den's camera's very laggy for some reason. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the standard dev. He has to have his cam at 15 FPS and all of his stuff.
No way. He truly is becoming the dingass.
Yes, exactly.
We have Lockjaw in the middle from Den versus the Angela location from LAMBY. So that's going to be an interesting matchup because it seems like both of them are going to contest mid. But LAMBY does have Beast in his hand, so he can, if he decides, he can just move all his cards to another location, depending on what Lockjaw is gonna pull out, which is a very good situation to be in. I'm thinking he's probably just gonna play Bishop this turn,
Yeah.
and then
Hellfire Club's quite awkward for bounce, especially once you've reduced cost, though, because if he bounces most of those cards, they'll all be one cost, and he won't be able to play into Hellfire.
they'll actually be 0 because he has Elysium.
Oh, with Elysium, yes, you're right.
So the combination of those two cards makes bouncing cards easier, but it also makes playing some cards worse at the same time. For
Yeah.
example, Mysterio is not going to create a clone in Hellfire Club because of Elysium, and he costs 1 now. I think. I don't know.
No, I don't think so. I think if you play it in one of the other lanes, it should play the card.
I don't know. We'll
Because
find
it
out. I actually
technically
don't
costs
know. I actually don't know
Let's find out together.
because
Okay.
you can't play it. There we go. Here's the
Okay.
Doc Ock, emptying Lamby's hand. Oh, this is so good. Even stops
We don't
Angela from proccing.
Okay, we hit Doom. The Angela proc missing is pretty awful for him. Has he moved Jeff? Yeah, he just moved Jeff,
Yeah, he
which
just
is
moved
unfortunate.
Jeff on the right also.
So he's locked out there.
Oh, this is very interesting. And here we see exactly the Doc Ock tech versus Bounce, which is what he's here for.
Yep. I almost think that Lamby leaves now.
He's not in a good spot.
There's not much you can really do to take this.
I wasn't really paying attention to snaps, but this looks like a snap from Lamby right here. It was an early snap, I guess. Yeah.
I must have missed the snap itself.
Yeah, he probably snapped earlier on, but this is a snap from Lamby because is it shown on the interface who snapped?
Nope.
Well, if it's not, then I can tell you it's from Lamby because I can see. Look at the cube there. It has circles coming out of it. While this cube right here, oh, they can't see us. Perfect. I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
This cube right here doesn't have circles coming out of it, meaning it's been snapped already. That's how you can tell.
Oh, TIL chat. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely the right choice for Lammy here. There's not much he can do with that.
Yeah. He couldn't do much. I love the aggressive snap though, and I think Dan has brought some very well thought out decks here with just one single spicy card in each of his decks that makes a huge difference in the matchups. He has a Valkyrie in his bounce and a Doc Ock in his Lockjaw, and both of those cards seem to be making the difference in the matchups that he wants them to.
It's so true. It really is true. I think that I was most concerned about Lammy's bounce, and I think that Den has brought the perfect deck to to counter it, quite honestly.
Yeah, my tech was just add wave in the bounce. And I played against Lamby's, on my last series, I played against Lamby's list. Browder was using the same list. and I beat it. I think
okay.
easily.
Yeah.
Because you can leverage the threat.
Oh,
Yeah, we have Lamentis
shoot,
here. Let's go. If there's a Dogok, and there is a Dogok in Den's hand.
So the Jubilee and the Lockjaw are actually super unfortunate for
Yes.
Den here because they're pretty much useless.
But there's no pig in Lampy's hand, so if that means his Doom and Odin are very safe, but at the same time,
This is snap for Lamby 100%.
who's snapped? Lamby?
Lamby, yeah.
Yeah. This is a good snap from Lamby.
This is a great snap for Lamby. I think this is an easy win for him, especially when he's got Bishop, Iron Man, and he can also bounce with Beast.
Dan just stays in, and he doesn't even have.
He has nothing to play until turn 4.
No, he can play Lockjaw for 2 on turn 3, and then High Evo on turn 4, and Dogok on 5. So I'm thinking he's gonna spread out Lockjaw and High Evo, and then try to pull everything in the location he hasn't invested in.
Wait, what
With
happens with
Dogok?
the Tillin here?
With Attilan, oh,
Oh, wow. This is really wacky. Okay, so they're actually only going to end up pulling 3 of their cards, so Lockjaw does have some value here for him.
you are absolutely right. Oh, he drew
Unfortunately, he pulled-
terribly.
Yep, he pulled all of his high-cost cards. That's unfortunate. Oh, there's High Evo. That's good.
Oh, he's going into Lock. What's in his deck now? He doesn't have. He's,
Jubilee, which is worthless for him. Well, actually, no, because he's got cards in his deck now.
yeah, if he pulls Jubilee, then Jubilee can even bring High Evo back, right?
Yes. But there's 2 more cards in his deck, I believe.
There we go.
There's Jube.
And Magneto.
Nice.
Very nice. Very nice. I actually did not notice Attilan there.
I mean, Lamby's hand still kind of trumps what we're looking at here, but he's
Yeah,
going to
that-
play Doc Ock here, which will. Gosh.
Lamby needs to go in this turn, or he's kind of doomed.
I think Lamby plays Iron Man here.
He's going in. Good job. Very good job.
Okay.
He knows about Doctor Doom, and he knows that Den's Wincon is pulling the cards out of Lamby's hand, so he's going in very, very nicely. The problem here is that he's giving his opponent all the info. So now Den can safely retreat. If he sees that he can't beat the points on the board, he can just say, okay, -2 cubes, that's it.
Yeah. And we're getting pulled our Iron Man
Yeah,
into
because
the
there's
left lane.
no more cards in his hand. So Den is winning the left location for sure.
What did he play in the left lane? Oh, it's one of the Mysterios. I missed him playing that.
Yeah, even if that's the real Mysterio, Den has
Doesn't matter.
has already won the left location. So if Den
Well,
can,
no,
can beat
we've
the
got
right.
Kitty coming out, so he can replace her.
Oh, yeah, we have Kitty. Oh, very nice. Very nicely done. Very nicely done by Lamby. Very nicely done by Lamby.
Let's see what comes out of his deck this turn. Oh, no, that's it. They've got nothing else.
Yeah, he only has Kitty Pride.
Okay. Huh. That's a tough one. So we're getting +2 on Bishop? And
This is a pure 50-50.
yeah. Bishop's +2 or +1? I'm forgetting right now.
Bishop is +1.
+1. Okay. So Bishop's only going to go up to a 10 here. So
Yeah, it's a pure 50-50. It depends where Kitty Pride goes. And, yeah. Wait, he only has Odin in his hand, so Den cannot contest mid.
well, so he can play if he plays Doom here. We've got 15 in the Doc Ock lane. Oh, he's just playing Odin.
Yeah. It's a pure 50-50. Depends
Yeah.
on where Kitty goes and where Odin goes.
So we're looking at 16 in the left lane if he does in fact Odin, which yeah, this is definitely the right choice for Den here.
Oh, he can't. His deck should be empty, so he can put Odin on the right.
That is true. Does he really pull anything there though? Most of the other stuff is not 3s or 4s.
Hey. This was a 50-50. I don't think he needed to retreat, but at the same time, I feel like Den feels like he has the advantage. He has the matchup advantage, so it's always better. When you feel like you have the matchup advantage, it's always better not to take risks, because there's no reason for you to take risks when overall you can win the game. And taking a risk and it doesn't pay off puts you at a huge disadvantage when you shouldn't be there. Like you're just risking for the thrill instead of you know
Yeah.
tactically taking a risk that's going to pay off. The payoff is way too small
Yes,
for the risk that you're taking.
especially with how being in the semifinals now, right? That's what we're currently
Yeah,
in.
we're in the
Yeah,
semifinals,
there's
top
no
4.
there's no messing around here. This is it. All right. So this is a pretty good hand for Den for the most part. Now, as a lockjaw extraordinaire, self-proclaimed, I lean into the idea of playing Thor first before you even play a lockjaw, so you can shuffle the hammer.
That's what I always do as
Yeah.
well. You want the hammer in the deck so that you can maybe pull out your Jane and get everything in your hand. Or just have an extra 0 drop to shuffle with Lockjaw. But he doesn't have Lockjaw in his hand.
No, we just hope he pulls it now.
It's always Thor, turn 3.
Interesting that he chose to play Jeff there. Generally, I lean into playing Jeff and Aunt Mace, so you can have that big power to move anywhere.
I think it's because he already committed his Angela in Necrosha before Aunt Mace showed up. So he wants to pump Angela.
Oh, there's Lockjaw. We just drew it. Lucky.
Here we go.
Streamer RNG, which I don't have.
I don't think Dan is a streamer, though. He doesn't stream.
Does he really not stream?
No.
Well, he's streaming right now.
He's on camera. That's a streamer.
Exactly. All right, we're bouncing Jeff here. Orcus is awkward for a bounce deck here because
Yeah,
he's really going to block himself from draw.
He just filled up his hand and can't draw any more cards.
Yeah.
Which is very, very unfortunate for him. I don't know if he's looking for anything right now, though.
Yeah, he's got a pretty great hand.
His hand is very good.
But getting Kitty has always got value behind it. And a Bishop would be nice with the amount of low-cost cards he's got.
Now, so he's probably playing, again, he's probably playing around Doc Ock.
Doc Ock, yeah.
Because he's forced to. And he's going to get 2 more Sentinels in his hand. He's still able to move Jeff. He's just thinking where to invest the 4-power Mysterio. And it looks like he's going to try to contest the Aunt May's location.
His Aunt May's hasn't been activated yet. So that Mysterio is going to move.
Oh, it's going to move in the middle.
Yep. Odin, okay. Well, that does nothing for him there.
Yeah, but that's
Okay,
a lot
there
of
we
power.
go.
That's a lot of power.
There's our Doc Off pull.
Oh, my. But then again, maybe Lamby can contest it with the Iron Man there. I don't think so.
Lammy's going to have an open spot here because that Mysterio is going to bounce to the center. So Lammy can actually contest that.
I don't know if he maybe
Depends on what comes out of the deck next.
Does he run Chavez?
Yes, he does run Chavez.
No, maybe with Chavez there's something he can do. Let's see.
So that's moving.
Chavez doesn't cut it. 1 point short. We are 1 point short with Chavez right now.
Yeah, so what are we looking at? 14. Yep. Oh, no, he's 30.
18. Plus 18 to the 10. 28.
14 times 2. 28. You're right. Guys, I've never been good at math.
It's just 10 plus 18. Double the Chavez.
I don't understand what you're saying to me because
There's
I'm tired.
There's an Iron Man there, so Chavez gets doubled.
Right.
She's 18, so he's adding 18 to the 10.
To the 10. You got me. Yep. Math is too hard. Chat.
Math is hard indeed.
Stay in school, kids.
So if
So-
it looks like Dan is very, very clearly able to calculate exactly how many points Lamby can put out, and he's already played around it, already prepared.
Has Jeff moved?
Jeff has moved, but it doesn't really matter, does it?
So the Mysterio in the
Hasn't
center
moved.
is actually 7. Yeah, this is the right choice for Lamby here.
Yeah. For 1 cube, you always take the retreat there. There's no reason. There's no reason to stay more.
They're both being extremely conservative with their snaps.
It's a quarterfinal, no, semifinal.
Semi,
It's a semifinal. There's money on the line. You're gonna be as conservative with your snaps and retreats as possible. If you don't clearly have the advantage, you're not gonna do anything wild or extreme.
Yeah.
Because on one side, I feel like both players feel that they have a good matchup. I think Lamby feels like he can play around the Dogok tech. After he experienced it on the first game, he's consistently been trying to play around the Dogok tech. And then at the same time, Dan feels like he has the advantage because of the Dogok tech at the same time. And yeah, that's why they're both playing conservatively, trying to preserve their theoretical advantage.
So this is not an excellent hand as far as Lockjaw goes, but he does have Doc Ock in hand.
Lamby's hand just got
Yeah.
very, very good.
And our high cost for Ham is either going to hit Magneto or Doom here.
He can play both Jeff and Kitty on the left, lock it down, make sure his Iron Man doesn't get pulled by
Yeah.
by Doc Ock next turn.
Oh, we just top decked Lockjaw.
Does he have a follow up to that? No.
But
It's still playing
nothing to play.
Yeah, playing Lockjaw on turn 4 without Wasp just feels bad. He opted not to even play that.
Makes sense.
And I'm thinking Doc Ock probably goes in New York to limit his opponent's options. That's the best play I can see from then on turn 5. Because if you pull everything in New York, then your opponent can't move cards there. But at the same time, you yourself can move cards there and just steal the location very, very easily.
That Julie's pulling a Wasp, a 1,000%. An Odin, now it's going to be
Oh
Wasp.
my God, that's so good! And he gets a second hammer. If
Yep.
imagine he pulls Jane out of this.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow! That's so good. 22 power, just like that.
With no way to bounce back. Unless
There's Wasp.
There's Beast, but who just snapped? Den?
I think I saw 2 snaps there. Did I? No, it's 1 snap. It looks like.
All right, so we see him playing into New York to try and lock out his options. But right now, if he does Beast here, he is going to screw himself, essentially.
I think Beast is good. It's going to give him more options.
Yeah, but if Doc Ock gets pulled, then what's the point? He's playing Doc Ock into New York. So if he Beasts, everything comes out.
Oh.
With
yeah.
no Bishop prop, no Angela prop.
Now this is going to be interesting because if we can see, like, it depends on the sequence here because Beast can bounce Iron Man, but what? Oh, he retreated. He retreated. Very good, very good, very good from Lamby. Doesn't stay for the extra cubes. He
That's
feels
good.
like he's not in a good spot, and then high rolled also. So, yeah, that was the best line probably.
Yeah, if Beast bounced Iron Man, I mean, it just sucks. Big time.
Yeah, the sequencing of that would have been really strange. Because it definitely depends on the order, you know what I mean? If Beast comes down first, then it's just 8, but then if it's the other way, it's like, well, now I just have a 4 Power Iceman, you know, so.
Yeah.
I'm loving what I'm seeing here. Both players are playing very, very high level Marvel snaps. Especially the snaps and retreats are on point. They're very aware of their opponent's strengths and weaknesses, and they're doing such a good job. Hope you guys are enjoying it because this is as high level as Marvel Snap competitive Marvel Snap goes.
Oh, 1,000%. Are you a Bast on Curve player if you've got a lot of zeros in your hand?
It depends. You need to calculate your potential draws and the value you're going to get from Bast, and then you decide whether you're going to play it or not.
It's always a tough choice for me when I have Kitty because there's so much value in Basting Kitty because if you Bast after playing Kitty, then it's...
I think it's just 1 point at the end of the day, isn't it? The difference.
I Bast here, 1,000%.
Yeah, you always Bast here.
I think I value playing Kitty first, personally, because then it means on turn 2, you're being energy efficient in terms of, like, you play Kitty for 1, and then turn 2, you just play Kitty and then play Bast again. But again, it depends how much do we really care and Snap about energy efficiency, you know what I mean? Obviously, it depends on the deck that we're playing, you know what I mean?
Oh, interesting.
It also depends on your hand, I think.
So
100%, yeah.
He's decided that he would rather Bast and Hitmonkey.
Yeah.
So it looks like next turn we'll probably see a Kitty Pride in that lane and then a Beast. Oh, we're changing our mind. I really think this is the better play. Okay, we've got a Thor. Not much in his hand to pull that for. And we haven't seen Jane at all.
Yeah. Does he have it in the deck?
I don't know. Jane, where are you?
Jane Moczek?
If he has Thor, I would very much assume he has Jane.
We have
I can
not
check
seen
the
her.
list, but I assume it is in there, yeah.
We have not
It's
seen her.
most probably in there, yeah. What's the play here? I think you... Yeah, I think that's...
I don't know. There's no value in bouncing Bast.
There is. If you have Mysterio in your hand, it's
Yeah,
extreme value. It's a 2/3. It's like
That's true.
2 energy, almost Doctor Doom. It's insanely good.
I sort of feel like I would kitty hit monkey here, and then Bast. The Bast kit. No, sorry.
I think
Beast.
what Lamby is doing here is trying to play ahead of Doctor Doom. He's bouncing everything now, so he has options next turn. The problem here is if Dan plays mid, which we can see he did, he's going to take priority off of him, and priority really, really matters here, I think. Yeah. No, it doesn't. It doesn't really matter because even if you bust your Mysterio and he gets pulled out by Doc Ock, then he's just a 3-power card. He doesn't get any clones.
Of course, Julie playing her partner, America, after you shuffle the deck once. So with Lockjaw in hand and nothing cheap to shuffle in, not much you can do there. I'm leaning towards Lamby in this one.
Wait,
and
do we not have Doc Ock in?
And we actually are in an possible 8-cube game.
Yes, both players snapped. Oh, no, one player snapped, right? It's
No.
round 5. Yeah,
you're right.
Lamby snapped. I do think he has the advantage in this specific matchup. But
Absolutely.
just because I can see both hands, though, and I know Doc Ock is not in Den's hand, but it just goes to show you how perceptive, what a perceptive player Lamby is.
Yeah.
And he knows when to push the limits and when
He's
to.
not even basting the Mysterio.
And when to, yeah, because he's playing around Doc Ock. We know that Doc Ock is not in Den's hand, but Lamby is just playing as optimally as he can.
Mm-hmm. That's a big monkey.
That's a huge monkey. 13 power monkey, and then he has the Iron Man to contest mid. I think Lamby's in a great spot right now.
See what comes out.
Problem is he gave away the 1 energy.
He's got 6 power here because of super flow. I think he dooms here.
Yes, he probably dooms because he has an Odin next turn.
Mm-hmm.
I would actually doom left here.
Left.
Yes, I know it sounds strange because in case there's a very small chance you draw the hammer. So if you doom left, you can Odin both doom and hammer.
Yep. Okay.
If he were to doom, but that's a very good option.
Yeah, this play is pretty good as well because obviously he gets to brick the lane.
Yeah.
Seems like a good alternative play.
He gets to brick the lane if Lamby doesn't play Kitty Pryde on the right, which he shouldn't because he doesn't want to put more, Vibranium.
Well, it doesn't matter. We're on turn 5. He pulls America next.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. He pulls America next.
There we go. The lane is locked, so that's just going to be Den's lane there on the right.
Yeah. So it looks like Den is winning right, no matter what, and that's where Lamby invested a lot of points. So that's not looking very good for Lamby.
Mm. So I mean, Mojo World, it really just becomes the deciding factor.
I think Lamby has to retreat now. There's no way he's staying here. He can't do anything. He doesn't have points left. If he needs to fill up Mojo World, that means he barely has any points left.
So Den has ended his turn here, and he's played Odin mid to fill up the Mojo World to re-proc the Jubilee, and he has also played Vibranium on Vibranium Mines, which makes sense because he doesn't know that isn't the real Mysterio on the right side. So technically he could be winning that lane, but this is just a guarantee that he takes that right lane there.
Yeah.
And there's an opportunity here for Jubilee to pull Doc Ock, which could actually be in Lamby's favor.
Lamby has to go all in in the middle.
It's got to be middle, yeah.
Yeah, and he's getting left for free with just Vibranium. That's I think maybe Lamby does have it.
Yes, there you go.
Does have a chance to win this if he goes all in Mojo World and doesn't retreat. definitely feels like he's not in a good spot. Like I would feel like I'm not in a good spot there.
Well, he doesn't know what's going to come down on Superflow. I do think he's going too heavy into Superflow.
I think
though.
he's probably just leaving.
Yep.
Yep.
That's a smart thing to do. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
really he used all of his time available to him to really think out his turn there, and I think the retreat is perfectly fine there. Obviously, it is a big hit. It's 4 cubes, but I mean, if he misplayed there and he didn't go all mid, he was just pretty much out, right? He would have lost.
Yeah,
Right.
he was
Yeah.
out. He was out, and it looked tough for him. Like I would have done the same thing, but knowing what we know, knowing Den's play, he could have won that game. He was literally getting the left side for free.
You've seen the chat, everyone saying it's the power of Kawa's account, just because Dan's using my account.
Power of Kawa's account.
He said it's the power of the Doc Ock variant as well. He loves the the Noir
Noir
one,
one.
the
It's a good
bundle.
one.
Really, really nice.
And yes, chat, it is hot in here. The AC is still broken. UK, figure your shit out. We could be in air conditioning in the US.
I think Lamby has a very good hand. He would rather have Kitty Pride in his hand right now, but everything else is pretty much what he wants at the beginning.
The squirrel being able to bounce that is excellent too.
Yeah,
Especially
he
if
gets
you
to-
sit on mirror for a little bit and then pull it.
Exactly. He gets to buff the squirrel and then bounce it back and decide whether he wants to reinvest in Muir Island or just move it somewhere else. It's pretty good. Also, Jeff at the same time. Oh, he's going for the bounce immediately. That's very interesting.
I think there's value in playing Mysterio here to get that non-Mysterio to actual power.
I think what he's doing right now is what I would do. I would play Bishop there just to get the extra buffs and then bring it back. But he's deciding to... Well, yep, that's
I'm
the
a
play.
bit quiet. I'll turn myself up.
That's the play, because taking advantage of the Muir Island buff is so good. And now you can play Bust into Beast, buff your whole hand. Perfect. That's really good. So he's not bouncing left because he wants to take advantage of Muir Island. Continuously, his cards are getting buffed there and growing larger and larger. But as we can see, Den has the magic. He just drew Lockjaw on turn 4. And yeah, he has the magic play of Lockjaw into Wasp. That's such a powerful play. That's why this deck is so good.
But what does he truly have in his hand that's worth, or his deck that's worth pulling right now?
He's
got all of his big boys right there.
Yeah, he has Odin, I think, left in his deck.
Odin, sure, Thor.
That's good too.
Still, no, Jane.
Does he even run Jane?
That's what we're asking.
I think he replaced Jane with Dogok.
Does he have Jane? I think you're actually right. I actually think you're correct with that. Why is that the loudest thing in the world? Okay, let's see what Lamby's up to.
So Lamby's already done his bounce play, and this is turn 5, where he will play around Dogok. And we see
Doc Ock's going into sewer system here.
Dogok is going down on the right, and then let's see what Lamby does.
That Hulk is scary. He's sitting at a 20 right now.
And also, Lamby is out of options. This is a do-or-die game, every game for Lamby. He needs to win 4 in a row to bring it back. He's in a very, very difficult situation.
He's filling the lane. Okay.
There we go.
Sheesh.
He did not need to play Spider-Ham on the right.
Well, he was trying to buff his Hitmonkey as much as possible.
Oh, so it depends where he wants to have a full location and where he wants to have options.
Yeah.
Okay. I get it.
It's a big boy.
Yeah. I think Lamby's in a very good position here. It's the first game where he's in a very, very good position. And then he gets Chavez off the top. And yeah, he picked the Doom.
Doom is good there. Because hitting the Hulk won't do anything for him, honestly.
I don't see a play here where Den can take this. GG's.
Yeah.
1 down for Lamby. 3 more to go, right?
Because he can't play into anything into Mirror without it shuffling, so that's null and void. Because if he kept Doom, there was an option, there was a chance, but he's got nothing to play there.
we're just waiting for Dan to finish his play. He's obviously going to stay in the game because there's no reason
Yeah,
for
there's
him
no reason
not
not
to.
to.
There's no reason for him to retreat. He's just thinking about the play. Obviously, knows there's nothing he can do because he doesn't have anything that he can use. He can't play two cards basically. He can only play in one location. His Doom is pigged, but we can see that Doom would not have won. We know that, so it doesn't matter what he does. He just plays a pig for fun.
Of course, classic wasp pull. This is a huge
game over.
This is a huge one for Lammy, sitting on the cusp of ending the whole thing for himself, but he can claw his way back. I'm a believer.
Yeah, I believe too. Lamby's a great player. If anyone can do it, it's Lamby for
Yeah.
sure. So is this the beginning of the comeback?
I think so.
And then, okay, here we go. 6 more cubes to go. That's a great hand for Lamby, even though I don't think he particularly enjoys Dark Dimension. Not a very good location. So he's going to have to play Kitty Pride somewhere else so he can bounce it. But the hand is great.
Oh, there's Jane. She's there.
Oh, she exists?
She exists. Wow, that's crazy. How many rounds have we been in? We haven't seen her. It's wild.
This is round 7. I think is it the first time we've seen it?
I-
Seen her? Or maybe we were too preoccupied
No,
to
I
notice that
think
she
I
was.
checked his hand pretty much every time.
Pride and Spider-Ham here. Even though Throne Room is cards here with the highest power. Oh, that's great for Lamby if he can get his Kitty Pride big enough. Or maybe the Hitman key, if he manages to draw it, can steal that location very easily.
That's good. Dark Dimension doesn't really favor either of these decks here, except if Lammy or Den is able to pull Doc Ock, honestly.
It's a bit worse for Lamby because he's forced to play his Angela and Bishop somewhere else, especially if he wants to bounce on that location. And
Hala.
Hala can be very risky.
Yeah. And I have a feeling that Den would very easily battle him in that location.
He can just play a random Jubilee, high roll the Hala draw, and then you lose all your cards
Yep.
there. So
I don't think it's
Lamby's
ever worth it.
options are very limited right now. Very, very limited. And you can see that he's just playing in Throne Room because that's the only location he has where he can do his bounce stuff. Angela, Bishop, Beast, all that stuff. Without any risk of losing his cards.
This is a great bounce opportunity, though, for him with both Angela and being able to hit another card, possibly, because he knows that Den has got multiple 6 costs in his hand.
Oh, yeah.
And if he can hit that Magneto, it could be very valuable for him.
Yeah, for sure. Here we go. And then he's going to need to play around as he's always done every single turn. Just having that, this is the beauty of having specific tech cards in your deck. Just having them and your opponent being aware of them forces them to change their plays, forces them to play around non-existent cards. Here, then high rolls the Hulk, and I think that's it for the mid location. I don't think
Yep.
Lamby can contest that location anymore.
Just abandon that.
Yeah, he has to abandon that for sure right now.
But this is an excellent hand for him.
He does have an excellent hand, but I feel that he's going to try to play around Doc Ock again, and that's going to be to his detriment. If he needs to not play around Doc Ock and just do his thing. Oh,
Why?
I don't think he's going to go for that. I think he's just putting the card there, doing the math, seeing how many cards he can play, checks how big he can make the Hitman key.
Yeah, how
and
big is Hulk? I think he's a 13?
I can't see the numbers from here, but
36, so he's
18.
18? Yeah.
18. And he's not going to grow anymore,
Okay,
but I don't
so-
think he can beat 18. There we go. Lamby playing without fear.
Yeah, definitely the
should.
Iron Man was my choice in Dark Dimension.
As he
there.
should.
So he's Den is pulling the hammer with Jane here and also Wasp.
Yes.
And I think we're looking at a Hammer Odin turn 6.
It doesn't matter because Odin is in the location that Lamby has already abandoned. He's not going to invest any more points in that location. I think Lamby has a very, very good chance here. I think he can go very tall in the other 2 locations, especially left. Because he has Iron Man, he doesn't need to invest too many things. Just Angela and then a Mysterio even, and he's good to go.
I think that is also Jane playing Jane turn
Wait,
5
what?
can sometimes be a trap, right? For yourself, trying to decide if do I continue investing in the lockjaw lane because maybe there's somehow he can take it, but
He can get a free card in Lockjaw, but we know that
it's not worth it. Like if it was Doom still in his
yeah,
deck,
Doctor
then
Doom.
yeah.
Doctor Doom is in his hand and gone. The problem with Dark Dimension is that Bishop isn't going to grow with the cards you play outside of Dark Dimension. So you're forced to invest Angela in the Dark Dimension location, and then maybe Bishop outside Dark Dimension. I would play Angela and Mysterio on the left because I think Hitmonkey and Kitty Pryde are
It's sort of
huge. Like there's no
overkill
way.
over there, yeah.
There's no way he can beat those two cards.
So all we're looking at in the left lane for him is 8. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. Magneto doesn't feel like the right play there for him.
Oh, so then went for the right location, which means Lamby made the correct call. Lamby absolutely made the correct call, and now he's won, right? There's no way.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no way that he can't beat 21 on the right. Yeah, we're already at 13, and Monkey's going to be huge. So
That's a metric crap ton of cards he's playing right now. Wow. Great play.
So he would have barely won if he had played Angela on the left.
Excellent. Lammy's really turning the tides here.
Yeah, he made an amazing call, giving up on the left, because probably then noticed that he played a zero-cost Kitty Pryde plus one other card, so then knew that there was an Iron Man on the left. And Lamby took advantage of his opponent knowing his play, and he realized that his opponent is never going to contest the Iron Man location, and just put the minimum amount of points he could put in that location, and went to the other and contested the other location, which paid off in spades. He's now only 2 games away.
This hand is amazing for Lammy right now. Great opening hand.
Yeah, Iceman is such a good card against
And
Lockjaw.
being able to bast here on all of these cards.
And Mysterio. Let's go.
It's
Let's
in
go.
the bag.
This hand is so good. He immediately goes for Iceman before turn 3. Very smart. So he can hit that Lockjaw. He can hit that Thor and limit his opponent's options. That's very good. Doesn't go for bust.
Interesting.
We can see that Thor is in his hand, so there's a very high chance that. It's not a very high chance because he also has Jane, he also has Doc Ock, Jubilee. All those cards can get hit by Iceman. I think the best case scenario for Den is probably
Doc Ock, I would say.
He hits the Thor. Let's go.
Thor's also very good. He can't play anything this turn.
Yes, just limits his turn 3 play. That's why he played it on turn 2.
Makes sense.
Oh, we top deck the Lockjaw. We don't care. We
But
don't care.
nothing to do.
We
Nothing
don't
to
care. We
do.
just top deck the Lockjaw instead. Let's go. Yeah, but he has a play.
Well, yeah, he plays Jubilee into Lockjaw next turn.
Yeah. The point was to limit his plays and force him to just stare at the screen for one more turn. But we don't care. We just top deck the Lockjaw. That's how you win championships.
The second semi is going to be cast separately from this. We wanted to make sure that everybody got to be seen.
Okay, Lamby doing bounce things. I'm thinking we're playing past this turn. Or
I
maybe even
lean to
Spider-Ham?
I
Yeah, let's go.
I think for Den, it's a honestly, I would have played a Thor first.
Oh, he
then
top
Wasp.
decked Wasp. Turn 3. Lockjaw to top turn 4 Wasp with Jubilee in his hand. Okay, that's the high rolls right there.
Yeah,
That's the high rolls
I guess
right there.
he's hoping for at least Doctor Doom here,
It doesn't matter. His hand went from dead to
alive.
yeah, almost perfect. That's the kind of high rolls that indeed win you championships. Like
That's for sure.
that's how you know that you're having a great day. Because he was in a very bad spot. That Iceman just really put him in a corner, and then through top decks, just it's like Iceman didn't even exist.
Okay, we hit the Odin there.
That's actually the only hit that was available in his
Right.
hand. And then he has the potential to really, really high roll these pulls because all the big cards are still in his deck. Okay,
Oh.
we hit high Evo. That's good for Lamby. That's good for everyone watching because it keeps Lamby still in the game.
We get one more round out of this for sure.
Maybe. And then Beast and Kitty Pride.
I think
The
you
thing
moved
is,
Jeff.
yeah, you need to play your bust this turn. But at the same time, do you bust first or do you bust after the beast? Because if you bust after the beast, you're probably also buffing your Spider Ham.
Which I think would be a good idea for him. Here, it's
Yeah.
a 0-3 that you're putting back into your hand.
The only thing is you're losing 2 points on Angela, so you can gain 3 on Spider Ham. I don't know if that's what he wants to do.
But I even think you... Oh.
So he's just bouncing past and Iceman back. Okay.
I mean, I was thinking more we move Jeff, Kitty, and Beast into the right lane and just spit cards on the last turn.
That's what I was thinking too, but
But he's
Lamby
trying
knows
to
better.
dodge. He's trying to dodge that Doc Ock, and he is actually making the correct choice here, which
Yep.
is
Oh yeah, he played
crazy.
perfectly. He played around Doc Ock perfectly, Chad.
nice, excellent.
Lom-
Dude, Lamby's
Lamby.
reads are insane.
Yeah, showing once again why he's a great player. Such a good read, just like last game, an amazing read. So now he has so many options.
And his Kitty is big.
Yeah, but he's gonna have to contest. Yeah, let's see what he tries to contest, because he's obviously most probably winning, right? And then it's all about mid and left.
So Den here is playing Sentinel into Baxter and Thor on Isle of Silence.
What does he still have in his deck that can I don't.
Hulk?
Oh yeah, we have Hulk.
Yeah.
So he's going for the Hulk high roll here. He's basically going for the Hulk high roll, and then this is gonna force Lamby to play around Hulk, but he's not. He's not playing around Hulk. So if Hulk comes out, it's game over.
Well, we could pull Wasp. We could pull the Hammer.
Yeah, it's not 100%, but
It's definitely a high chance. I mean, do you ever just try to take Orcus Forge?
I think you don't contest that. You're way behind. 13
Really?
power.
13? We've got a 10 cost Kitty.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think you need it.
10 power Kitty, and you
Oh
got
my
Jeff
God.
you can move. Oh, no. This doesn't feel good.
It doesn't feel good, but it's a risk that he has to take. No, it's all up to the RNG gods. Let's see.
All right, let's see.
It's all up to the RNG gods now. Oh, he hit the wasp.
Oh, no. Oh. Damn you, Wasp.
Wait, can we go over 7 though?
Yeah, with Angela.
Okay, by 1.
By 1, yeah. That is unfortunate.
Oh my God.
Wow. Oh, my God.
Oh my God. I think Lamby's luck is changing, or
What
Dem's
a
luck is abandoning him.
series. What a series. This is nuts.
This is so good. This is so good by both players. Just Lamby making the perfect reads.
So this is it, guys. This is our last
Game.
game.
We have ourselves an amazing game here.
Yeah, and so
Round 9.
as a reminder, what's happening now is whoever loses here will then play in a loser match to take the 3rd place.
Oh,
And then the winner here goes to the grand finals.
yes. So it's single elim except like a losers final to decide 3rd and 4th. Other than that, just one game for everyone.
Oh, Raptors.
Raptors, I don't think Lamby cares about the Raptors. More things to bounce, I think.
We top decked Lockjaw and Jubilee here. And always top decking that octopus. Doc Ock is always there.
Doggo is always there, but Vibranium Minds is, anyone that plays Lockjaw knows that
Bad.
Vibranium Minds is not a location you wanna have in your game. And then, as always, Iceman getting all the value, hitting. Oh, now Lamby knows that Doggo is there, hitting the,
Oh, he got the luck.
Jubilee?
Good Doc Ock.
which is gonna make his plays very awkward. But we can see then thinking about utilizing that beast, so he has 0 cost cards to drop into his Lockjaw.
True.
and recycle them.
That
But
is
he's only going to bounce one
one.
card and then also block his draws, which I don't think he minds. You want to block your draws so your big cards stay in the deck and you can pull them for free with that Raptor. So I'm wondering, if you beast the Raptor, he costs 0, and then you play him into Lockjaw, can you pull the Raptor with Jane? Can you draw the Raptor with Jane? Because he costs 0 now?
Yeah,
You should, right?
I think so.
That's going to be interesting. Let's see. Let's see if that happens.
So what are we? What can we pull here? Thor, Jane, Doc Ock. Definitely not America because we have not shuffled the deck yet.
Okay, Lamby decides to bounce mid, get those 0-cost Raptors, also blocking his draw if he goes for that play. Which makes sense. You want that Kitty to cost 0. It gives you so many options
It
for the
really
last turn.
does.
But blocking your draw is also kind of bad at the same time because you want to draw into your Bass. There's so many good cards you still have in your deck.
We want to top deck Hit Monkey here too. If
Yeah,
we
want Hitmonkey, but no draw for Lamby this turn.
A Daily Bugle turn. I'm sorry. The Doc Ock next turn is actually good for him. Maybe into the Lockjaw lane.
Yeah, if he pulls.
If he plays Doc Ock here with his kitty.
Oh, they're
he's
both
going
going for the dog out. That's very interesting.
Well, no, Den hasn't decided yet.
I think Dan is going to go for the dog for sure here. There's no way.
They're doing the identical play.
That's a great play by Lamby because if Dan's Dog Oak pulls Iron Man, then he's in a great spot, depending on what comes down.
I think all of these cards are really fine to get pulled.
But we can see that Dan's hand is kind of stacked. There's a Hulk there, there's a Magneto
Yeah,
there.
but then
there's
you
an
know
Odin
to
there.
ignore that lane, right? So he's gonna brick his lane. Oh, we decided not to run Doc Ock.
Oh, he's playing around a Dog Oak on the left, but we can see Dan is playing the Dog Oak in the middle, but at the same time, there's only going to be one free slot in the middle because Lamby is going to play his Mysterio, so there's only going to be one free slot in the middle. And I think Dan is going to get a free location in the middle.
No, he's not. If Den is playing Doc Ock here, he's playing Iron Man and Dr. Octopus.
No, only one of those two is coming down because of Mysterio.
Oh, Mysterio, you're right. All right, I guess we'll see. Doc Ock.
So he's getting a free location in the middle. That's best case scenario for Lamby actually, because he gets more info about what is in Dan's hand. Okay, Odin. He still lost the middle. Like he knew he lost the middle.
He's filling his hand.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Oh my God! He pulled Odin and then Beast bounced everything back. Oh my God! That Beast play is coming back to bite Den.
Holy shit! Look at Den's
Holy
face.
fuck!
That very well could have been the end of the game for Den.
Oh my God! What an insane play! I think the game is over.
I would say
There's
so
not a single
too.
card in the game that can turn this around, can turn this board around.
Well, let's look at what Den's got in his hand. He's got a 4-cost Doc Ock. He's got a 5-cost Odin, a 0-cost Raptor. So he could put Raptor in to pull his America in the right lane, right?
And then Hulk somewhere else. That's his only out. But Lamby's making sure he doesn't have any outs because he's playing Kitty and Iron Man on the right.
What an unbelievable
With
game.
Mysterio already there, that's just an incredible amount of points. 10, 18, 36 points on the right. There's nothing in the game that he can pull from Lockjaw that can win that.
This truly goes to show you
Lamby with a comeback. I think
how-
it's GG.
how RNG just can absolutely change the tides.
Yes, that was best case scenario for Lamby. That was the only card that he could have. That was the only way that sequence wins him the game. His opponent needs to pull Doc Ock, and then his Doc Ock needs to pull Odin on the beast location. Unbelievable.
What a series.
GG. Good job.
Great
Very
job,
good
both
job.
players. Incredible.
What a series. What a freaking series.
So for anybody who
So good.
is joining us recently, Den has so far gone undefeated in all of his games.
He
And this
gets,
is his first loss.
he gets
and
dropped down to the
Losers game next.
to the losers games with just one loss, which must feel bad for him. But
Definitely. I
but
mean,
it was a great game. It was decided by RNG at the end. But yeah, this is Marvel Snap.
Lammy has incredible reads. It's just out of this world. I played Lammy when he first started really leaning into Snap. And the first time he played me was the first time he ever played a Thanos deck. And I got wrecked.
That Thanos back then though was on a
Well,
different
I mean,
level.
his first time playing Thanos, no, he just slayed me. Can we switch screens? Yeah. Hi. Okay.
For the mic. Wow, we're doing. What are we
We're
doing?
gonna interview them.
We're doing interviews.
Whoever comes over first, I guess.
Okay, that's great. So yeah, but it was an incredible series. I think I'd be devastated
I would be too.
if I was Den, and if I were Lamby, I'd be so extremely happy right now because that game went perfectly for
I
him.
am overjoyed for Lammy. Also,
He made the perfect reads.
Incredible.
You know,
Den is joining
the
us.
last turn. Help us out.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Den. How do you
Hi.
feel?
It's okay, honestly. Had a great run. I think I still have a small final to play for money.
Yes.
I'm
You
having a
have
ton
one
of
more
fun. It's a great event overall.
I'm glad you're having a good time because you played amazingly well, and it all came down to a bad RNG roll for you to
Seriously.
Yeah, I
lose
mean,
the series.
I think I had shots to win it, and there was one play where he got me on the Doc Hawk where he filled the right location, and this is where my brain went like, "Hey, remember, you're playing Lamby series. Maybe it's not time to be cocky," and that kind of put me back in it. And I think those cubes cost me the series. So.
I think you played very, very well, but Lamby also played very well. I think that was as high level Marvel Snap as it's gonna get.
really-
You guys played an amazing series. Congratulations to
was
both
good.
of you.
I think like it's fun, but my first and my last game of the tournament, well, I still won, but officially my first loss. Like the first one was Moyen and it was bounce against Electro Ramp, and we went 1-1 in the last round. And now I go Lamby, I go 2-2 in the last round. Like those, these are gonna be memories I'm gonna keep for a very long time in
Yeah.
tournament.
And
I love. I mean, being able to cast that. What a wild series that was.
yeah, I feel very lucky that we were
Yeah.
able to cast that. But I just wanna sit on that last play. Like, how many cards did you have on in your hand when that happened?
6?
You had 6 cards, so you lost a 50-50 and then a 1 in 6.
Yep, it's okay.
That must sting.
It happens sometimes.
It
It's
does happen, but
Yeah, I mean, in the rounds, I got lucky at some point. Like, I super high rolled Speci 9-0 in a lockjaw mirror when he had clearly the better list for the mirror. So I got my luck previously. I had to pay it at some point.
I'm glad. That's a great attitude to have because you're a great player. You played amazingly this tournament, the whole tournament. I
Thanks,
think you were the person to beat. You were the person everyone was talking about, and then you brought the spice in your decks. That made all the difference. Like an amazing deck builder because you're Doc Ock in the
lockjaw.
in the
I have
lockjaw.
to give a little credit to Fresh Lobster as well, and WOLWI was right there. Like, we talked a ton, and we have that mentality of, throw a lot of stuff to the wall and see what sticks. And it was during one of those talks where the Doc Hawk idea came in. And then I literally messaged WOLWI at like 2 a.m. on the last day before submission. Hey, dude, you're up for a conquest run. I need to test something. And we were just like two fuckers at 4 a.m. going like, oh my God, Doc Hawk is amazing! And so
It really is amazing.
really is.
But it's both the decks. You brought the spice with Doc Ock in Lockjaw and then Valkyrie in Bounce, and both of those cards like paid off in spades because just having those cards in your hand forces your opponent to play differently. We saw Lamby playing around Doc Ock so many times, even when you didn't have him in your hand, and he doesn't want to do that. He doesn't want to show you his hand on turn 5.
And I think like the retreat that puts me like I think 8-2. At this point, I was like, all right, Lamby's out of this one. And I think this is where I got cocky and I made the mistake in the next game. But I felt like at this point, nobody retreats. Like you just have to go for it. And
Yes.
him retreating, I was like, I think I got him scared. And I couldn't profit from it, but this was what I was trying to create, playing those cards in the decks.
That game where he retreated, was it the 4-cube game? It was a 4-cube game.
He retreated for 4, but if he played it, it would have been the game on the line.
Yeah,
That's right.
Just for your information, he would have won.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
He had a 3-power. He could have moved his Jeff to the middle. He had a 3-power Iron Man and a 10-power Kitty Pryde, and then he had 4-power on the left, but you didn't contest the left.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't play Shang-Chi, so my mentality was really like, let's get our points out and let's see who has the most, honestly. So a lot of time, I feel like he had a lot of these moments as well where it was just, how can I win the lane with as little investment as possible? And I never really had that chance where I could just try to throw a Wasp or like some really shitty card for a lane. So I just always went for 2. Well, he had Zod shot. Like, I think he got me one time with like an Iron Man that he didn't commit to it. So yeah, it was a lot of things going on in our minds, I think. And
it was an Iron. You read the Iron Man perfectly because you saw it was only 2 cards. Kitty cost 0, and then 1 more card. And then he made the read that because you read the Iron Man, you're not going to contest that location, and only played 1 card there. And I was actually saying he should play more. What if he contests? But he made the perfect read.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot going on in those games, and this is why it's so cool. Like, I think a lot of people were saying Marvel Snap is so easy and it's just luck with the locations. Like, sign up to a tournament, prepare it, and I think you're going to learn new things about the game because this high-stakes environment, it really brings the best out of everyone.
It really does.
Exactly. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And before you go, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Twitter, DanCCG. If you like French, I have a YouTube channel that is called La Game du Matin. So it's the stupidest concept you can think of YouTube, and I probably beat it. So I play a game every morning when I wake up.
Yes.
So it's me completely like with my head in my ass playing Marvel Snap. The thing is, for a living, I'm a coach.
Oh, that's great. Where can people find you
They
to
can
get coached?
message,
Because you're an insane player that knows his stuff.
Metafy is the easiest way. Otherwise, just message me on Discord, on Twitter. It's completely fine. Like, we can discuss and everything. Like, I have a lot of people from Marvel Snap Zone that just send me decks, and I love reviewing decks, talking about it. And it's actually a little weird, but that's my way of prepping. Like, I don't often prep with other pros or like people that are extremely good at the game. I like go talk to literally random people because they're gonna give me ideas that I would have never thought about.
Absolutely.
And then I have like a huge box of lots of ideas, and then I go to the pros and I throw them the ideas, and then we see what's good and what's not.
I love that. That's so cool. It really is interesting the amount of people that collaborated for their decks in this tournament, which I loved. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot for having me.
Thank you so much, Dan.
So Lamby's going to join us here. Before we move on to our next semifinals, which will be Howling Minds versus DMONEY.
We know we were muted. We're just waiting for the ads. And now everyone's online. We're here. We're here with Lamby, the winner of the series.
Hello.
How do you feel?
Oh man, that series was, I guess you guys felt it as well. A roller coaster of emotions.
Oh my gosh.
I think I played well.
You played incredibly, dude. As I said, it felt like once you were with your back on the wall, once you were down to 2 cubes, like Hulk came out. It was Lamby smash all the way.
Small Hulk.
Small.
And I can't believe, like, the reads were perfect, the plays were perfect. There's nothing more I could say. Like, you played that series as best as anyone in the world could play it, I think.
That means a lot. Yeah, that means a lot.
So, like, how are you thinking around the Doc Ock is, like, my biggest question, because you had the perfect read of where they were going to go.
So, I think you guys saw that I was 8-2 down near the start. So, I was a bit afraid of this matchup to begin with because the Dr. Octopus destroys Bounce. I think you guys know as well.
Right.
So, but I think that Bounce, like, it's just one Dr. Octopus, right? My whole deck is good. So, I'm not going to play around that one card every single time. So, I just went into the matchup, did my thing. But then I started losing, right? So, 2-8. So, when I was 2-8 down, I think something switched in my mind, like Harry said, the Hulk or whatever.
Yeah, you got in the zone. Yeah. When you went down 2-8, you were immediately in the zone. You made 0 mistakes.
I was in my mind. The first thing was that, all right, I'm gonna lose 9 out of 10 times, so I'm gonna play for that 1 out of 10 times every single game, right? It's like 1 out of 10, 1 out of 10, 1 out of 10. Chat. I'm supposed to lose that game. Let's be real. I'm supposed to lose like those 4 games, but because I tried to not lose those games and played to my outs.
Because I tried not to
hit
lose.
it. I hit the 1 out of 10, and it doesn't mean that I was supposed to win, but I tried and I hit it. So
the last turn of the series was magical because you yeah, you got lucky on that turn.
For sure.
But
100%.
yeah, but that doesn't mean that, you know, luck favors the brave, luck favors the good players. You played incredibly to put yourself in a position
thank you. Yeah.
where a lucky roll would have won you the series.
Yeah, I think what you're trying to say is fortune favors the bold, right?
Yeah.
Fortune favors
Yeah,
the bold.
don't talk about that. Don't talk about that.
Yeah, so I think I just want to highlight one more thing before I pass it back to you guys. It's like the game whereby Dan low rolled the Wasp on the Baxter building. That was literally the only thing I beat. But if I didn't play to beat that, I was gonna lose no matter what.
Yes. That was incredible. Honestly, the Wasp coming out.
I knew that was the only thing I beat.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, 6 cards in deck. YOLO.
Yeah, that's all you
And
could
you
do.
got it.
Yeah.
And you got it. You read it perfectly. So
Yeah, that's all for me.
that's all for you. Tell us, where can we find you?
Oh, yeah,
Tell us
sorry.
your socials. Advertise yourself. After this game,
Yes,
I'm sure a lot of
please.
people are going to be looking for
All
you.
right, what's up, my Lamb fam? Some of you guys are in chat. You can find me on twitch.tv/LambySeriesTV and also on twitter.com/LambySeriesGG. The YouTube, not my personal one, but myself with Coco4, the competitive age. We do quite a lot of try-hard content. Check us out there as well. And I might be starting TikTok soon as well. Might be, but yeah. Thank you so
Let's
much.
go. Thank you so much, Lammy.
Thank you, Lamby.
All right, guys. So we are swapping over. Who's taking over first?
We're going to have Brendan on Lobster casting the next.
Okay, so Brendan and Lobster, Brendan APG and Lobster, Fresh Lobster, are gonna take our spot for the next semifinals, which will be DMONEY and Howling Minds.
So it's been a pleasure. I hope you guys had fun, and we'll see you later, I guess.
Yeah.
Do we shout out ourselves?
Go ahead, Harry. Where can we find you?
Ordinary Harry everywhere. Just go YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Ordinary Harry. That's where I am. Eggs, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitch about the same time that Harry streams. Just eggs. Just eggs. And on Twitter, I am eggs4_sale. And Harry is more handsome than me and probably smarter. So pick your poison.
Why would you say that?
Because we know it's true. Thank you, guys. It's been
Thank you
great
so much.
casting for you.
Have a great time. Enjoy the tournament because it's amazing.
Just that early game presence. Like, also one interesting thing about these situations is while it's open lists, the fact there's 2 decks, on that first round 1, you don't know what your opponent is playing. So maybe even like a turn 1 snap to like make your opponent pay to see what you are. Because imagine you fold, like someone snaps, you don't know what deck they're playing, and then they snap you again. And you're suddenly like, maybe I shouldn't be folding so much. So I'm very excited. What is this guy doing? Harry is crawling away.
I love it, man. I love it. A smooth operator.
And the game, Kawa is underway. Ladies and gentlemen, the grand final of the UK Creator Clash.
Here we go. I'm extremely, extremely excited. First location popping is more. You're around this side. You're down there. Yeah.
Okay,
cool.
and let's have a look. It's Bounce from Lammy, and it's
And
actually...
it's the Patriot.
Yep.
And I think, you know what, if you queued the Bounce or the Patriot, that was good. That one thing we didn't want to see was the high Evo Lockjaw get Bounce, because that's like pretty much unwinnable. That's a really bad matchup.
So
but this seems okay so far.
I spoke to Daniel DMONEY quite a bit just before this, just try and give him some advice, you know, see what he's thinking. And he was very, very worried about Lammy just throwing that curveball of lockdown out, and so he didn't want to queue his Bounce. So I'm not too surprised to see his Patriot. I think his Patriot is maybe slightly unfavored, but yesterday they played this, and he was just one decision away. We see a snap come through.
Yep, snap from Lamby. How are you feeling,
We
Eggs?
just went up with ads, just so you know.
That's all good. It's all good. So we have a pretty decent hand for Lamby to start off here. You know, he has the kitty, he has the hit monkey. He can do that. It actually really very much depends on this third location though here. Negative zone, not great to see, but at least he can actually do his hit monkey on that lane. Obviously, he can do it on Morag as well towards the end, but a bit of the restrictive locations for the first 2 that popped here.
Yeah, the Invisible Woman on 2, going to be giving potentially DMONEY a lot of surprise value. Cards like Patriot, Iron Lad hidden in there could be a lot of extra points on that last turn.
Yeah.
I feel like Debris is one of the most disruptive cards for Bounce, which can be extremely frustrating when you start to fill your board with the plans of bouncing. So that's going to be something to look out for DMONEY here.
If timed correctly, when they're like, I'm going to leave this lane. Yeah, if timed correctly, when they say, I'm going to just about bounce this card, but then the debris pops, well, the lane's bricked. There's nothing you can do, you know what I mean? So it's a super powerful disruptive tool for sure.
Also worth mentioning here that Angela ending up in nowhere is going to stop the beast being able to come down and bounce that Angela back into Lamby's hand.
Yes.
I
believe so,
this
yes.
is mine, I think.
So I think what we're probably going to see, there's two different ways I think Lamby might play this. I think he might do, again, it's the whole thing about the debris, right? Does he want to commit to it now? If he fills up the lane, filling up the lane is actually kind of interesting because DMONEY had Prio. If he fills up the lane, then the debris doesn't matter. What did this lad copy? Doom!
Jeez Louise.
That's huge.
That is the power of Iron Lad there. 6 points for 4, not the best, but if you can high roll, especially with that Patriot on board as well.
Whew. I mean, it is good. There's no disruptive tools in Lamby's deck that I know of in terms of like enchantress stuff. So what we could see from DMONEY here is just a straight up blue marble onslaught on negative zone. That could be enough, but I guess we'll see here. Could be just another Doom. Now, like this is the thing about Iron Lad, which I think is good. A snap comes out here.
I think that was DMONEY.
Yeah, it was.
And it is high stakes in the first round of the grand
4
finals.
cubes.
Neither player backing down. Will Lamby decide to take this retreat? Aggressive early snap, but there's nothing wrong with snapping and retreating a little bit later. A huge moment here. Because if Lamby doesn't retreat, he's essentially saying he's happy to play for 8 cubes on game 1.
DMONEY opting to play the blue marble out here. He has locked that in. We see a bishop and a kitty coming out from Lamby. Just trying to decide on what order he plays these cards here. The turn is locked in.
Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, we're going into turn 6, and it could be an 8-cuber in round 1 of the grand finals. And my voice is going, Eggs, please take over.
You don't want to be here?
No, like...
Oh, okay. Whoa. I'm Spessy. I kind of turned Australian there.
Oh my god.
Bottle of water.
Bottle of water.
There you go.
Solid.
So it's very interesting here because in terms of the cards that DMONEY can play, Lamby knows he has the option of, obviously, Doom is very obvious because we just saw it from the Iron Lad. Onslaught's another option if he just wants to go tall in negative and also in nowhere. So it's very much, can he cover both routes here?
The thing that is so tricky for DMONEY in this position is when you're playing against Bounce, it is the most difficult deck to track what is going on. How many points do they have? You've got the Bishop, the Mysterio, all the different things which have cost reductions, but DMONEY has experience as Bounce, and he does have this hidden card behind Invisible Woman. It's an 8-cube game. It surely is going to all come down to this.
So, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
The Mysterio will play into Morad.
Yes, correct.
Plays first. Okay.
Well, actually, I'm not too sure, but I'm nearly sure even if it's played first, sometimes it will as well.
We go. Ladies and gentlemen, what's going to happen? The Dr. Doom comes down into the negative zone.
I don't think it's going to be enough, but if this is a Patriot, it may be enough. I think this monkey's going to be too big on the left side here, but I think it's all going to come down to mid here, which I don't know if it's going to be enough. It looks like it's not enough. This monkey is big.
Down. And what is hidden behind the Invisible Woman? Will it get DMONEY there? It's looking a little bit
Patriot.
Rough.
It's not it.
Oof.
It's 8 cubes to start off the finals, folks.
Wow.
That's insane.
I feel like like you said, when it comes down to Bounce, it's really hard to track what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's so difficult.
But I find in battle mode, I can't stay for like an 8 cube. I just don't feel confident enough. If I don't feel confident that this is the play, he's at the end of his life. He needs to win 10 times.
I am kind of... It's interesting that he decided to stay in there because like Lamby did know that there was a possibility of a Doom, and that's kind of why he played around it. But maybe DMONEY was like, you know, having that Patriot, there's so much power already. He's like, maybe I just get over it. Maybe you don't have... He didn't know. He might not have had the monkey. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's going to be a long way back for DMONEY if he's going to take the victory here.
It's possible.
It is. It definitely is.
It has been done before.
We saw it from Lamby in
the
one
against Den. Yep.
So it's possible.
Looking at the hand of DMONEY because he needs to be pulling out all the stops. He does have this Invisible Woman to come down on turn 2. No sign of Patriot as of yet, though.
If I'm Lamby, I'm snapping. Look at this. This hand is just amazing. I'm curious why he's not snapping here, actually. Would you not just insta-snap?
Yes, the pressure you need to put on turn 1, 1000%.
Yeah, I would be insta-snapping here.
I'm curious if he's just trying to be nice at this moment.
I doubt it.
I doubt it, yeah, but like,
also,
there it is. Yeah, there it is.
But also, there's always the situation where you have to remind yourself, this is for all the beans.
All the beans. Indeed, indeed.
I do want to draw attention to the timing of the snap by Lamby here.
Yeah.
It's quite an intentional decision to rope the long way down and then snap towards the end.
Spessie's a professional at this now.
I did do this against Eggs quite a bit. It's something I've learned from players like Moyen and Lamby.
Yeah.
The later you snap, the less time your opponent has to react. If they've locked their play in already, you only have 5 seconds to make your decision. And it's a skill or a dirty tactic, if you will, that a lot of these top players will use.
Now, looking at DMONEY's hand here, the Patriot still isn't here. Does have the Brood, does have the Debris, which may be able to disrupt... actually, very interestingly here, if Debris does come out,
Yeah.
it's going to brick Lamby.
Yes,
Yeah.
with priority. I think this is a great play for DMONEY.
Yeah, this seems really good. And it's hard to predict it, but if there's any lane you do it, it's, oh, well, there's already one card there. There may be an opportunity for me to brick my opponent
But also
here.
something to think about.
Oh, he swapped his play, did he? Yes.
Also something to think about. Does Lamby want to give DMONEY that rock there?
Yeah.
That's extra power for him.
It is. The peak. Oh my god.
Oh my god. A 3/5 Iron Man.
That's
now,
just.
if he didn't bass that would be a 0.
Yeah.
So that's something.
And,
But the kitty got reset, or did we just draw that?
No, Kitty just got drawn. But it's interesting because DMONEY just drew Iron Man after the peak. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh man. I honestly feel like if DMONEY had Iron Man in his hand as well, it's still anyone's game. Because you both have the huge amount of power output.
Well, we've got a cheaper Doom over there, too.
One thing I want to talk about as well is Lamby's second deck, which he hasn't played at all, the Lockdown deck. It really scared DMONEY out of playing Bounce.
Yeah.
So we're not actually seeing him play it, but the impact this Lockdown deck had, making DMONEY not play his best Bounce deck, going for the Patriot, and we can just see Patriot just doesn't have the points that Bounce does.
It's so tough. It's so difficult.
The Blue Marvel comes down, the Kitty Pride and the Beast on the other side. Going on into turn number 5. Of course, this is a lethal game here. If DMONEY loses it, Lamby will be the champ.
This is it.
This hand is just insane. It's just crazy.
Bounce is
But I think it
bonkers.
comes back to what you said, Spessy. It's just like, how do you... Because like, oftentimes when you're playing these games, like, right, they have these options. I can play around this, that. How do you play around the bounce? It all depends if Monkey's here, but there's just so many numbers in so many places. It's so hard to predict exactly. And you can hardly ever calculate the exact amount it's going to be. So difficult.
Unless you're really putting out that power from, like, Lockjaw stands up to it
Yeah.
because you've got huge cards. But does Patriot really put out enough? I don't know.
It's so difficult here.
Lamby had a rough start to Swiss as well, right? I mean, was he was 0-1 or 0-2, or he certainly didn't start off too hot. He's just been winning game after game after game of must-win games. When the pressure's on, he is performing. Jeff got that Kunlun synergy potentially. For DMONEY, it's going to be an Iron Lad. He needs to see the high roll.
It's the Onslaught, not too bad. Decent card to get here.
The Blue Marvel, that's huge.
The thing is...
And it saves him a lot of
Is
power.
it huge enough? It may be. It may be. This Doom can still come out. Can go for some spread. I think that's probably the option he's gonna go with. I don't think he can really afford to just stack one lane because then Lamby just wins the other two easily.
Yeah.
But I guess we're gonna see here what choice will be made.
This could be the last round of the UK Creator Clash. The final, Lamby Series versus DMONEY. Can Lamby Series secure that victory? He's come all the way from Asia.
All the way from Singapore, yeah? Yeah. Long trip, long trip.
Same thing for DMONEY.
Yeah,
all the way
all the way from America.
New York.
Yeah. Long trips.
Tough for me to do
my
the math
word.
here.
Yeah,
I can't tell if it's enough.
It's tough for all of us to do the math there. It's really difficult. So Monkey, we had 1, 2, 3, 4.
Left lane is definitely dead for him. for DMONEY at least.
Yeah, and mid is going to be a total of monkey. So
we're undoing.
15. Okay, if he moves this Jeff, it's a little bit more.
Jeff could go to Kunlun, which would be more points. However, in this situation, Lammy is not interested in contesting Kunlun. He's so far behind there.
There we
already.
go. He's just committed to one lane. And wait, does he win right side?
Yes.
Is it enough?
Hold on.
No, it's not enough.
Oh.
It's not enough. And that is game, folks.
Wow.
Ladies and
We
gentlemen.
have crowned our Creator Clash UK champion, folks. And here he comes, guys. LAMBY Series has won $2,500. Congratulations.
Get him over here.
Where is he? He's coming now.
He's making the slow victory march over.
Let's
The chat's
go.
going crazy.
Let's go. Give it up, chat.
And he's got the
Give it
outfit
up
of
for
a winner
our
as
second
well.
place winner, DMONEY as well. Lammy.
Hello. Thank you.
Hello, Lamby. You can stand there if you want,
right.
and we can speak to you. Yeah. Let me just adjust this. Okay. Oh. So Lamby, talk us through the game. The 8-cuber to start off the round, like.
Right, so that 8-cuber game, I was honestly a little bit stressed, but I countered it and countered it and countered it. No way.
Yeah.
No way.
And it was interesting because it was Iron Lad, you knew that Doom was an option,
Yes.
right? You were thinking maybe it's Doom, maybe it's Onslaught, but you're like, well, I know if it's Doom, and if I have more points, I'm just winning. So you just lock it in. It's like there's no way. There's no way.
Yeah.
And it must feel really, when you go into a final and you have 8 cubes, you're like, this is
Yeah,
it. It's a huge confidence boost.
Yeah, I didn't want to think it was over, but like my deck into Patriot, I felt very favored. Like the only thing he could really do was Super Scroll my Iron Man, right? Yeah, other than that, the power burst is not a lot, so I was very confident that he didn't kill the bounce mirror. Like I was really concerned that they would kill the bounce mirror. Because their bounce deck with, you guys said, like Collector or something, goes really tall. So I'm a little bit afraid about that one, but it didn't happen.
The one thing to point out, as Spessy said, is we actually think it was the threat of your other deck. I know, did you actually play the High Evo deck at all?
Oh no,
during the tournament?
I did the Harry thing. I never played the deck.
But this is the thing. It was the threat of that deck that I feel like
Yeah.
if DMONEY chose bounce and you just decided to queue that, it was near impossible to win.
So I want to give a shout out to Browdy as well. We prepped this lineup together. So
Come, Browdy.
yeah. What we did was
You might have to
basically that
crouch.
we decided that, all right, we are just going to play bounce is the best. So how do we make the other deck scary as heck? And
it's that,
And
exactly.
then, we made it scary as heck.
It's so disruptive. It's so locking down your opponent. It's so scary, right? So even the threat of that deck,
Yes.
most of the time, they're like, oh well, I don't want to face that. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
actually one thing that DMONEY said to me earlier was he said, I know it's a different type of situation, but he's like, if there's any decks with wave, I'm just not playing my bounce. I'm playing my Patriot deck. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's the mind games before, and that's why me personally I like the format because it's not just the game; it is the deck building choice as well. You know what I mean? So I think it's super cool.
Lammy, was there even any consideration in the final to queue lockdown?
No.
No.
I was never... Okay, so I played the deck 3 times before the tournament with him
Yeah.
in the hotel.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, let's go sleep. Like, I feel like my nemesis is if I don't have enough rest, because like it's a brain game, right?
Of
Marble
course,
Snap.
of
So,
course.
Like I was trusting in myself, I was confident, and I was like, if I could sleep, I could win. So that's why every night you guys party, I sleep. So
There we
Yeah.
go. Well, we're going to pass it over to DMONEY as well. Runner-up, congratulate.
Thank you.
Put in a great effort, my friend. The bounce deck performed extremely well throughout the entirety of the tournament. Talk us through your thought process of even selecting your deck going into this matchup.
Yeah, so I was really confident in my bounce deck, and I figured if I could get the bounce versus bounce, that I'm favored, and I feel like I'm really strong with that deck. That's probably my best deck that I'm confident with. But I had played LAMBY earlier in the tournament, and my strategy against him before the tournament started was to bring my Patriot against him because, like you were saying, that other deck with the wave, it was just a lockdown deck, and that totally kills bounce. So if he queues that up, I instantly lose. And I did play my Patriot against his bounce deck in the first round of the tournament, and I almost won it. It was a very close series. I feel I misplayed very slightly at the end and threw it, So I felt like I had a pretty solid shot going into it with the Patriot, even if he did queue up the bounce. I know how strong bounce could get. I mean, it's my favorite deck. But yeah, this was, I'm sorry to chat, this was not a great finals. It was over in 2 seconds.
Well, we enjoyed it, and
yeah.
like I just want to mention, like in this first game, it's so difficult, isn't it, when you're playing against bounce to keep track of what is going on.
Yeah, it's like how many numbers
we played against each other. I had lockjaw. You just rolled me every time with bounce because it's just so hard to work out what is going on there, right?
Exactly. You never know what they have in their hand, whether they have the Hitmonkey, whether they have the Mysterio for the Hitmonkey, where they're gonna put the Kitty Pryde, all that stuff. There's so many variables with it. So, yeah. I mean, he played well, and I thought that I could get it. It was once you're down 10-2. It's really hard
it is
to come
very
back,
tough. It is very tough. But
yeah.
man, listen, you should be extremely proud of yourself. You played absolutely insane. Once again, give a round of applause, everybody, to DMONEY. And I think what we can do now, folks, is we'll jump into the presentation. We'll keep that cam, and we'll all stand around here. Okay, perfect.
Before Lamby's disappeared off to the bathroom or something, we'll make sure it's here. So everyone, again, just another congratulations to the Creator Clash 2.0 champion, Lamby series. Yeah. Oh, careful.
Can I do because I'm a big tennis Roger Federer fan, I'm going to do the camera shot.
Do it.
Let's go.
Hey! And also choice.
Yes, of course. So you have your choice of variants. So just to show chat as well. Thank you very much to Rianne Gonzalez for she decided to send these over. These are signed prints. One of the most popular Marvel Snap artists in the game at the moment. So the first one we have here is Jeff, the baby land shark. We also have the Goose, of course, another fan favorite. We have the Rogue print as well. And we also have the Squirrel Girl as well. I know a very popular one is also the Aero variant, but these are the ones we have. Which one?
But yeah, so I was going to say, so how we're going to do it basically is first place gets to pick first, second gets to pick second, and so on. So Lamby, which one are you going for?
Do I get to pick one?
You can pick one.
Yeah. Oh.
Not all of them. Don't be greedy.
Yeah, I said it from the start that I didn't want a Jeff, so DMONEY, that's... Yeah, I'm going to pick the Rogue.
Nice.
Awesome.
Okay, so we've got something to put it in for you.
Yeah.
Perfect. And once again, Lamby, congratulations, you have won $2,500, my friend.
That's right.
Congrats. All right, DMONEY? Of course. Yeah, you can take that. Which I think I already know which variant you want.
I told my girl that I was gonna get the Jeff for her, and I got it.
Yes,
Let's go.
let's go!
Thank you.
And again, congrats. You've won $1,500, my friend.
Thank you very much. Let's go.
Yes, DMONEY with the money. And of course, Howling, my friend, our third place player. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We have a Goose variant here for you. Or actually, sorry, you got a choice.
Yeah.
Squirrel Girl.
We'll take the lovely goose.
The lovely
We'll go with the
goose.
lovely goose.
There we go. And again, congrats. $1,000 is yours, my friend.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Round of applause for everybody once again, guys. Once again, congratulations. Yes, so I'm actually going to pass this over to you, Raven, and I'll announce the winner of the MVP.
Let me know, 'cause
Yes,
I
of
don't
course.
know. So I'll leave this one here. Okay, so we do have, I believe, 250. I can't check myself in the camera. I'll do this. $250 extra for the voted for MVP. Throughout the stream, we've had !MVP in the chat, where you can vote on your favorite player from the tournament from every single player that was invited. So not only will we get that $250 for them, but we will get the Squirrel Girl variant as well as a prize. And again, another thank you to Glap for the very, very generous donation support of the tournament. We literally couldn't have done the event without him and all the sponsors as well. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. Kawa's just checking, and the winner is. Oh, here we go. Kawa's getting some. He's getting involved. You can't see him, but you'll be able to hear him. I'm not good enough. Yeah.
Chat, you will not believe this, right? Well, I actually can't believe
Don't tell
this.
me it's a tie.
We had a fan favorite at our last event. We had chat spam her name. The MVP
Oh, there we go.
of the tournament 2 times in a row, ladies and gentlemen, is Eggs for Sale.
So congratulations, Eggs, on the Squirrel Girl variant. Be careful. Any words to your adoring fans?
You like me. You really like me. No, shout out to my community. They actually dove in and took over the first place. It's incredible. I love you guys so much. And I'm just so happy to be here, meet all of these incredible people. and lose to them. That was the best part. Thank you.
Well, congrats, Egg. Thanks again.
Congratulations. And congratulations to everyone once again. I will now, very unceremoniously, move the camera back so I can sit next to Kawa, my good friend. So there we go.
I'll move it back.
Yeah, I was going to say Kawa can do it.
Yeah.
Yo.
Raven's trying to
I'm just
wrapping the wire around yourself.
There's something viewers need to know. Something that I should have known, and I didn't. We had zero plan for the end of the show.
We did have
that
zero
whole
plan.
Presentation was done on the spot.
Yeah.
Didn't even think about it. I turned the camera beforehand. I was like, yeah, let's just go. So, yeah, completely unexpected, but yeah, there we go. That's what's we get. On the fly.
100%. I do want to say a few final words. This event, very much like the first one. A lot of work was put into it, a lot of preparation. Once again, huge shout out to my fellow organizers, Loot Muncher and Super Deck God. This event would not be happening without them. But I also want to say a huge thank you to you, my friend. You were very kind to recommend the venue for us and help set up a bunch of things, cast alongside me for the majority of these games. And honestly, just thank you very much. I think you're an integral part of the Marvel Snap community.
Thanks.
It means a lot to have you here beside me, my friend. And yeah, I hope to cast alongside you in future events.
Yeah, 100%. And of course, it was my pleasure. You know this. But yeah, again, and I will do the opposite and tell chat to give a huge thank you to Kawa. Again, they're the best Marvel Snap events. We all know this. It's not a surprise from the first one to the second one and hopefully to the third one as well. So everyone give a huge thanks to Kawa. Show your support with not only the follows in the chat, spam the emote, spam those primes and anything that you could do as well to help out Kawa. Because again, he says all this without me, without whoever, we couldn't do the event. Yeah, without Kawa, it literally wouldn't happen. All this equipment we're using is Kawa's. Kawa set it all up. I'm just there like, yeah, let's cast some snap. That's my real achievement here. So yeah, again, shout out to Kawa, of course, and all the players as well.
Yeah,
I think it's so sick that like, yeah, easier for us. You're not too far away from here, and I'm obviously very close. But some of the players have travelled a good distance to be here, and yeah, there's a prize pool on the line. But I think the priority for all these players were we get to go and hang out with Snap people and have a good time, right?
100% curious. Thank you very much for the 50 gifted subs. That's very kind, my friend. Yeah, I do think, honestly, the best part of these events, for me especially, is just to have everyone here together.
Oh,
right?
100%.
It really showcases that the Marvel Snap community, for me, it's like no other I've ever been a part of. Everyone is super friendly, super nice. And yeah, I just hope to keep running as many of these events as possible in the future. I think it's my passion to grow the scene as much as possible, introduce creators to each other, have them interact. Like I think one thing we even talked about earlier, you had casters that would rarely interact and actually
100%.
cast the game together, and I think that's an amazing thing to have within this game. So yeah, guys, we're going to end the show. I'm going to leave you with some messages from our sponsors of the event, and then also some words from, as I said, my fellow organizers, Loot Muncher and Super Tech God. So thank you very much for coming out. We hope to see you in the next one. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Take care, guys. See you soon.